Hey everyone, Tony here. Hope you're doing well. It is Tuesday, April 23rd. Hope you're holding strong in this new emerging asset class that is cryptocurrencies. Have some big news to share with you guys. Let's take a look at the market. Bitcoin today crossed over 5,600. However, there was a minor pullback here. We're currently at $5,567, but a very great and positive sign that we have continued the upward trend and we hit 5,600 so soon, right? Because yesterday we saw we hit 5,400. So definitely a great sign. Ethereum just over $172, XRP just over 32 cents. So many of the technical analyst folks and analysts within the crypto industry, for example, Matty Greenspan at eToro, you've seen my interview with him many times, talking about the golden cross. He tweeted about it here, saying Bitcoin's 50-day moving average in gold crossing above her 200-day moving average blue. This is another sign that we're back in a bull market. So I think a lot of people are calling for the bull market, or at least we're here back in it because of this being another signal, the golden cross from a technical analysis standpoint. I'm still on the fence of saying we are still in a bull market because there are still some things I need to see. I want to see us cross that 6,000 and go past maybe 6,500 mark, because that's a key resistance level, as I talked about in yesterday's video, that was really held the market for a long time last year, and then it looks like what appeared to have been a whale dumped on the market and drove us down to 3,000. And I tweeted about this as a friendly reminder to you guys about when it comes to investing and looking at markets, we're talking about probabilities, not certainties. No one can predict the future, so just keep that in mind because there are multiple scenarios. But the probability of Bitcoin going higher to 6,000 is very high, right? The probability is high. The other scenario of it going low, crashing and going below 3,000, as guys like Tone Vase would say, is a probability as well, but a percentage may be low. So remember, there's two possible scenarios here, and you can't rule out the probability that it would go lower. But I think we weigh the percentages, right? But at the end of the day, we can't predict anything, but we make educated guesses. So just keep that in mind, because there's a lot of information coming out saying, yeah, the technical analysis says this, and we're definitely in this, right? But I don't think you can definitely say that. So keep that in mind, guys, just so you don't get burned or you don't get wrecked, right? You gotta weigh these things sometimes and look at different factors. Now we got some big news from ErisX just recently. This afternoon, they tweeted a limited number of participants are testing our production platform to ensure a robust offering upon our public launch. We will have more to say soon. If you are interested in learning more, please sign up for additional information. So the link points to their website. I went ahead and signed up so I can get updates on it. But as you guys know, ErisX is an institutional crypto trading service, very similar to what Fidelity Digital Assets is doing and backed, because ErisX is looking to launch their own Bitcoin physically backed Bitcoin futures, just like Bakkt isn't competing with them. Their biggest investor is, of course, TD Ameritrade. We heard the big news last year, but their investors also include Fidelity Investments and NASDAQ and the CBOE and many others. So they are a big player and they're going to compete with Bakkt, guys. So we saw Fidelity Digital Assets launch earlier in March. Well, it looks like ErisX is right around the corner. So the big players are getting ready to launch. So big things are ahead, guys. Moving ahead, you can now shop with Bitcoin on Amazon using Lightning. Now, this is not a direct transaction. Let me give you the details. Bitcoin spenders can now use Lightning Network to shop at e-commerce sites like Amazon. Crypto payment processing startup Moon announced today that any Lightning-enabled wallet can now be used through Moon's browser extension. Before this Lightning feature, roughly 250 beta users already use Moon to spend crypto on e-commerce sites by connecting the browser extension to exchange accounts like Coinbase. So here's what the Moon CEO said. The extension will pop up a QR code and it will have a Lightning invoice, which you could also copy and paste, and if you can't use the QR code for some reason, and you'll be able to pay with your favorite Lightning wallet. To be clear, Amazon itself never touches Bitcoin. Kruger declined to specify which traditional financial institutions are helping to convert the Bitcoin to fiat on the back end so that Amazon merchants actually receive fiat currency for their wares. However, Kruger added that by 2020, the Lightning-enabled feature should work on most any e-commerce site, regardless of whether the platform accepts Bitcoin directly. There's no direct merchant integration, Kruger said. clarifying Moon only manages payment channels and merely offers a simple interface for sending payments. So, like I said, guys, this is not a direct, here's a screenshot, transaction on Amazon, but it's, indirect. And eventually, I think we've all been talking about it, Amazon will accept crypto. But I think once it goes fully mainstream, for example, with backed launches with Starbucks and so forth, and you have all these institutions doing mass marketing, you have the general public getting involved again, I think Amazon will start accepting it. But a lot of these different payment rails are being built, indirect payment rails, but this is a great sign of things to come. And the Lightning Network as well, which is crucial for Bitcoin scalability and usability, because Bitcoin's utility sucks. It's slow, and it's very the fees are very high, so something to keep in mind. Now, Binance decentralized exchange has launched on native mainnet. Oh my gosh! Earlier than planned, invites community input. So, Binance, the world's largest crypto exchange by adjusted volume, has launched its decentralized platform earlier than planned. So this is great. The move comes just a week after the exchange launched its native blockchain, Binance Chain, which will power the new decentralized platform. So this is great, guys. I personally have not used it, but I've used Binance itself. But I think Binance is making some big moves. So being the largest crypto exchange, this is great. And I'll have to test this out and come back and tell you guys about it. I don't know if any of you are going to go ahead and start using it soon, but we'll love to hear what you think as well. Now, we got some big Ethereum news. You guys know I hold Ethereum in my portfolio. Here's my portfolio. It's my number 3. XRP is my number 1. Bitcoin, my number 2. Ethereum, my number 3, guys. And this is the stuff I've been talking about, that the building and the usage that is happening on Ethereum. French lender Societe Generale, or I'm butchering that name, issues a $112 million bond on Ethereum. This is great real-world adoption. So let's see here. French financial services giant Societe Generale Group has issued about $112 million worth of bonds in the form of a security token on the public Ethereum blockchain. Announced today that the subsidiary called Societe Generale SFH used the OFH token to represent 100 million euros of covered bonds, a type of security that is backed by specific assets but remains on the issuer's balance sheet. Wow, guys, talk about adoption. And we've seen bonds and loans being issued on the Ethereum network, auctions done on the Ethereum network. Ethereum is here to stay. It is the most trusted smart contract platform out of all the players, and it is, of course, the largest, being the number 2 crypto. So I personally diversify, and I believe in Ethereum, and I'm certainly bullish on it. Now, VeChain. I recently told you guys that I added VeChain to my portfolio. Well, after the news I saw today with BMW, I've increased my holdings. It's now 4% of my portfolio. Just letting you guys know, this is not financial or investment advice. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. Well, we got a video here, and I tweeted about it. Some folks from BMW, and I'm going to put the link to this video in the description so you can watch it for yourself. But at the VeChain Summit, the folks from BMW were there, and they talked about how they are leveraging VeChain. So they said, we built a digital ledger using the VeChain Thor blockchain, and every interaction of the car will have a stored hash key on the blockchain. This is pretty amazing, guys, and big news for VeChain. I've since the day I started this channel, I've told you guys my checklist for looking at projects, and if I'm going to invest with them, part of that includes who's working with them. Are they getting partnerships? Are people actually using their blockchain, their services, right? That's super important. Or is it just a white paper? Is it all fluff and talk? This, among other partnerships for VeChain, is huge. I mean, BMW. Do I need to go into what BMW, who they are, right? This is huge, and it's called VerifyCar, and obviously powered by the VeChain blockchain. And BMW is going to be using it, guys. This is big. So let's see which other companies, but I think there's many other brands and so forth, and manufacturers and companies that are going to be leveraging VeChain for providing that trust and transparency with products, and for consumers to be able to verify products and where it came from, the usage, and so forth. this is a big win for VeChain. So just letting you guys know, I've increased my holdings there. I know some of you have been talking about it a lot, letting me know, but I just don't listen to what other people say. I need to see the facts, and I hope many of you approach it that way as well. So even though I'm telling you about this, go and research it yourself, and that's why I'm saying I'm going to put a link to the video so you can hear directly from the horse's mouth, so to speak. Now, shout out to Leonidas here, part of the XRP community, mentioning that VeChain exchange goes live with 6 XRP pairs, 3 of which are XRP based. So XRP based currency adoption here. VeChain users can trade XRP with Bitcoin, Ethereum, or USDT. At the same time, XRP is a base currency for LTC, BCH, and XLM. So continued movement of XRP becoming a base currency. And we know XRP is very fast, very cheap to use. So that's a great sign. BitGo, the custody service, many of you are aware, they have received a new seal of approval around compliance from a top auditing firm. This is big news because a lot of the big players are going to be using BitGo's service. For example, you could see ErisX or Bakkt or whoever else, right, could be using BitGo, and the more compliance and verifications and certifications they get, that is perfect, because one of the big things in the market we've always talked about for the institutional investors is protection, security, right? Insurance and all these things, and you got to have proper custody from. So the Palo Alto-based crypto custody provider BitGo has achieved a Service Organization Control SOC 2 Type 2 certification from a leading audit firm, the company announced in a press release. According to the report, the company's high level of design and implemented controls around its security warrant the highest certification, which judges a company's risk management strategy. This is awesome. So last year, they received a SOC 2 Type 1 report from Deloitte and Touche LLP after a year of scrutiny. So it looks like they are continuing to put different things in place here, getting fully certified, and that's going to build confidence in the marketplace and for institutional investors. Big update. Now, BlockFi, you guys have seen my interview with the co-founder of BlockFi. If you haven't checked that out, it's a video I uploaded within the last week. Well, it says there's an update here. BlockFi is now paying interest on $53 million of crypto deposits. So they are getting a lot of money being put in from their lending. So you guys know about the interest account, which pays out 6% annually, as well as their crypto loan service. So I'm not going to go into too much details here, but their volume, their deposits and so forth, as you can see here, is increasing significantly. And if you want to learn more, like I said, check out that interview. I'll put a link in the description as well so you guys can check it out if you haven't seen it already. So guys, like I said, increase my VeChain holdings, not financial or investment advice. I personally diversify. I believe there'll be multiple winners in this market, and I'm very excited about VeChain and the adoption, the real world adoption and solving real world problems that they are getting. Not just a white paper, not just something on a website, actual partnerships and usage. This is big for them. So guys, what do you think about this news? Would love to hear your thoughts. Leave them in the comment section below. Thumbs up if you like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Links in the description. Thank you for your support. Thank you to my Patreon supporters as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.